Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Tired.
Yeah.
Last night we were trying to get some last stuff done before heading out tomorrow night, and it just kept us up later than I would have preferred, but we did get some things done.
We got lots done, actually. We were very, very efficient. We got some Christmas gifts done and bought. We took care of some church-related things, buying some things we need for Christmas Eve. We even made time to like stop and pause and pray. A local church was doing a labyrinth prayer, and so we dropped in and we did that. And I was really blessed about that time. By that time, the one thing that happened, because the out and about was longer than either of us quite anticipated. We didn't decorate any Christmas trees.
No.
But the last of the ornament boxes, I believe, have been found.
We believe so.
I've started pulling things out so that we can, in fact, finally decorate a Christmas tree.
Yeah, it should be decorated just before we leave for a week.
Yeah. And it'll be up for like a few days.
Until the cat tears it down.
Lack of sleep, Alex, is grumpy Alex.
No, just predicting.
I have today's question is related to ornaments and Christmas trees. You've already expressed on our devotional stream that my family, whenever we put ornaments up, we normally like pick an ornament up and then talk about it. For example, this one. Do you remember this one?
I believe so, yes. I believe that was a gift from a good friend of ours when we got engaged.
Yeah. So that was our first Christmas together. We just gotten engaged, and it's got our little names on the penguin hats, and it's got the year, Christmas 2019. So, like, it's a very beloved one for me. We've pulled ornaments out. So the question is, what is your favorite ornament, or what is a very meaningful ornament to you?
My favorite ornament we don't have.
We can't find it right now. No, it's gone.
I'm pretty sure it's just gone. I don't know what happened to it, but I think it just went away at some point. The only place I can think of is there is a box of personal items, like keepsake items, that's about yay big, that is tucked away in storage, that I thought it was in, but I went looking one time to see if it was there and I could not find it there. So yeah. So there is one ornament that was mine as a child. That was a little reindeer, wood carved reindeer, with a little scarf around its neck. And some wood glue where it snaps at the neck, just underneath the scarf. But that was my ornament when I grew up. That was the one that was given to me when I moved out, and somehow it disappeared. So that would probably be like the beloved ornament. But we do have a couple here that I had pulled out. So this is one of them. This is one we got for ourselves. I think we got it from Hallmark. But
You know where we got that? Winners.
oh, was it? Okay. Anyways, it's Mr. and Mrs. Established 2020. So this is we got this the year we got married and put it on our tree because that's the year we were married.
Yeah.
And then the other ones we got, I think my mom got us these ones. They are our names laser cut into wood. Alex and Elizabeth. And
It might be your mom. I have in mind that it was Sawson or the same people who got us this.
oh, okay.
I do think it might have been Tom and Betty.
Okay. Anyways, they're lovely. I really like them.
There's a number. My grandma had a tradition of giving ornaments every year, and I've kind of picked that up. So going to Hallmark and getting an ornament is very significant for me. So I have a number of like baby's first Christmas, and then like every year after that from grandma. And there's one I was specifically looking for, but I think it's at my parents' house. But this is one that I always loved putting on the Christmas tree. I like this one And it reminds me of my grandma.
That's lovely.
Tea time!
Tea time. Do we have tea?
We will have a tea. It is our penultimate tea.
It is a penultimate tea.
I love that word, and I rarely get to use it. Penultimate is...
You do take the opportunities when you can get them, though.
Yes, I do. It's the second to last. Penultimate. Our penultimate tea is Jack Frosted Mocha. Jack Frosted Mocha.
Interesting choice. I don't know if that's the one I would have picked as a penultimate tea.
I think I would have put this as the first. There are coffee beans in it.
I probably would have put that either on the 21st or the 22nd to, signify the start of winter. Which definitely happened this year on the 21st and 22nd.
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I like the smell. Before we read it, I smell some mint. I smell the chocolate. I smell the coffee. And I like the smell of coffee before it's actually turned into coffee. But look, that is definitely a coffee bean.
It is.
I did not buy coffee. I bought tea.
Now, the interesting thing about the coffee being a whole bean is you're not really going to get much of the coffee flavor because it needs to be ground to get the full flavor of coffee. So it's just going to be a hint of coffee. What is our steeping time?
I'm trying to find it on the list. Okay. It is 4 to 5.
Okay.
It is a medium caffeine.
That would be the coffee beans.
It is black tea, fair trade certified pure tea, mint chocolate chip, which has a number of ingredients, sugar pearls, organic peppermint, not just peppermint, organic peppermint.
Yeah, it's better than the factory-made peppermint, I hear.
Milk chocolate curls, coffee bean, organic cocoa powder, monk fruit powder, natural chocolate and cream flavoring, organic peppermint and coffee flavoring.
I have to say I'm a little bit surprised that the peppermint is organic, but the coffee is not. Or that that certain things are fair trade and the coffee is not listed as fair trade, considering all of the issues with the coffee trade industry.
But only one type of tea. Like I'm gonna move that over to the side. I need help.
Why are we moving it over to the side?
Because I don't want to catch our tree on fire.
But then people can see.
Well, yeah, they can see the fire. We have a tree. I found a tree. Our big tree might never get decorated. Just looking how busy we are today. We're caroling tonight.
Oh, right.
Well, I'm caroling tonight. You might want to stay home and get some
Stuff done.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go.
You can tell this has been in a box for a year.
Because it's all squished.
It's very squished. Okay. This might be the only tree we actually decorate this year. So...
Are we putting these ornaments on that tree?
Nope.
Okay, that's...
We are putting these ornaments on this tree. So our first Christmas married, Alex got me a 12 Days of Christmas advent calendar. And it was Disney. So this has become my Disney tree. But the first thing we do is put mini garland on it. So you get to join us for decorating our tree if I can figure out where the end of the garland is. I don't know how to get this. Do you want to try to wrestle with this?
Sure.
I will get this tree skirt. I had wanted... Anyway, these were on sale last year at Michael's. And after the season, they were much less than during the season. And so we have a cute little silver tree skirt to go with our Disney princess theme. Oh, we do have mini lights for this. We'll put the lights on. I'm not going to go hunt down the lights right now. But there is Rapunzel. I couldn't think of Tangled's name, The Little Mermaid. It's never coming off. Tiana. Merida. We'll put that one here. We'll put Cinderella right up here. Give her space to look out and see. I remember this feeling more full last year. It doesn't want to come.
Got it.
Oh, yay! And I know I joke with Alex. We go back and oh, that was one of the things. We go back and forth going, what goes on top of a tree? And my tree growing up, we had an angel. And Alex's tree growing up, it was always a star.
Yes. So I always believe that the star goes at the top of the tree. And you and I had the conversation, and I think we've talked about it on stream before. You and I had the conversation of what goes on the top of the tree, star or angel. And you are of the firm opinion it's an angel, and I have the firm opinion it's a star because that's what was on the tree growing up. And so we had the conversation with my mom because I said, Mom, you know this. The star goes at the top of the tree. Because that's what we had when we were growing up. And my mom's response was, we only had that because I couldn't find a good angel.
But this tree is going to have a star in a moment. And we were talking about like things I save. When I was in Nova Scotia and living as a kids pastor, we did a Christmas pageant one year, and somebody made a star that we used. And this is actually still the star I put on my tree. And it brings back so many fond memories of musical days and each of the families and now grown-ups that were involved. So this is our Christmas star that I use every year. Okay. Actually, I like wrapping it from the top.
It's 8 feet long, so you might be able to wrap the tree 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow. We might cut this. Why do you need mini garland that's 8 feet tall, bought for these size trees?
So that you can wrap your tree 3 or 4 times.
I don't think the tree needs to be wrapped 3 or 4 times.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I'm trying not to get it in the fire.
It's
Because
fine.
I'm pretty sure this stuff will just go up like a Christmas tree.
Let's not burn down the Christmas tree that we just decorated together. Well. So last year, Disney came out with a movie that was not my... Oh! It...
Just long enough?
Just long enough. Probably could have done that a little bit better.
Ta-da's!
Ta-da! So there we have it. There's a couple places where I wish we had a few little extra... I have a couple... Oh, there. Jasmine fell off. I'll put Jasmine on. So Disney came out with a movie last year, and we went to see it. And it was not my favorite Disney... Like, some people said they phoned it in, or different things. But we had had this Disney tree since... Or these Disney ornaments, and we put it on a couple different small trees. But I've never had a star on top. And last year's movie, there was a star in the movie. Mm-hmm. And when we went to the Cineplex, I spent the extra money to get the cup so that I could have a tree topper. I forget how I did this last year. Oh, can you find a new place for Cinderella?
I can certainly try.
That's why everything was wonky. It was how it held up the star on top. So after all that, every tree you and I have now has stars on them.
Yeah.
Even if it should have
Except
been...
that we now have my mom's angel, that the one she really wanted that she ended up getting for her tree.
Yeah. And her Santa Claus.
And her Santa Claus, which was the replacement that we got for her because we could not find her angel. And then we found her angel. It was in a box in storage that nobody bothered to look in.
It happens. Anyway, there. I have one tree decorated for Christmas.
Yay!
Yay!
You only have to do 5 more, so.
I have one other miniature one, but I don't think I'm going to decorate the bye-bye star.
We dropped our star.
I'll rewire it after. Yeah, we have a few little mini ones. I have a Doctor Who mini one, but I don't think I want to pull that one out this year. Just time-wise. And,
Oh, it has been way more. It has been like 7 minutes. Our tea is going to taste like coffee. I'm really sorry.
it might be delicious. Okay. Our penultimate devotional. Celebrate with joy. It's time to celebrate Jesus. But the only way we can do that is to be present and filled with joy. Let's choose joy and grace today, not only in the good parts of the celebration, but in the hard things, the disappointment and the chaos.
Is there chaos?
I think there is chaos at Christmas, especially like we've been in a couple malls like that, so it's good to be reminded. But I find all the devotions use it in the same way, and I'm like, I think you're anyway. The ultimate focusing on it, I think, breeds it. Maybe not. May we discover comfort and hope even as we navigate the squabbles, the burnt food, the tangled hearts. Let's give grace so that we can discover joy. Father, please give us the joy of a child. Help us to stop striving to create the perfect holiday, instead embracing the celebration of your birth. We want to see this season with hope and excitement for amazing gifts you've given us. Amen.
Amen.
And we have one verse. Oh, you know this. Can you do it from heart?
I don't know. What is it?
Philippians 4:4.
Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice.
Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. That's the next verse.
Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, bring your requests to God.
Yes. That's the way I've been teaching it. That's NIV 85. NIV 2011 is, but in every situation. I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a second verse. Here, you can read that.
Woohoo.
Woohoo!
Matthew 2, verses 9 to 11. Hey, I think I heard this on Sunday. After they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. For everything else,
there's myrrh. Oh! I remember one of there was something I wanted to do for yesterday's Sunday service.
Yes, you're going to do the...
I was going to show the King Herod song. I'm saving it for next year.
The King Herod song.
It feels... I don't know how I feel about it.
It's not bad. You definitely taste the chocolate mint. For anyone who is interested, if you look up I do not remember, I don't think it's called King Herod. There's a different name of it.
Kingdom Come. Okay, so last year, I'm going to do it while we... Journey to Bethlehem came out, and there are so many things
very wrong with it. And delightful, but also very wrong with it. But I would say one of the best songs for how
good to be king.
Yeah. For how they structured it, for how they put it together, for what is in the message. Yeah,
they set up who King Herod was. For his cruelty, we see him like arrest somebody for booing him. It's a family-friendly movie. So there's a dungeon. It reminds me of the dungeons, like, not to the extreme, but it reminds me of the Kevin Costner Robin Hood, where they start in the dungeon.
Right.
Where you never really see anybody being hurt, but you hear the groans and the pain of some actor off stage who is giving the implication that a lot of things are happening. one of the best parts of the song, in my opinion, is it's good to be king. I don't even know if it was intentional. Matthew is setting up that Jesus is an opposite side of king to the kings, and in the early chapters, the comparisons between him and Herod. And so in this song, there are a couple places where he says, for mine is the kingdom, the power and glory. Like there's a juxtaposition between Herod's rule and the Lord's Prayer.
Yep.
And I really found that clever and embrace some of these nuances that are in Matthew. And they did such a great job of it. I don't know why they didn't keep that level of... There's so much in the original text that you don't need to have like some of the side stories that are so inaccurate.
Yeah, well, there was two things about that particular...
That song's so great.
There were two things about that that made us both very, very sad. The first was they went so...
Yeah, I do have two.
Modern Christmas understanding in the like snow falling on the day that Jesus is born, the wise men showing up at the same time, like just this very like nativity scene type, North American nativity scene. Yeah. That really kind of pulled away from some of the messaging that was in there. But the other thing that was really sad, especially for that particular song, is I don't know if it was the speakers in the theater or if it was the way it was produced, but they overpowered the voices with the instruments so that in particular that song you couldn't actually hear what he was saying because the instruments are so loud they drowned out his voice.
Yeah, the sound balance felt off.
Yeah, and I was really sad because I really like when that song came on. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but when that song came on, I really enjoyed what they were trying to do with it, and I was really sad that I could not hear the words.
I had two. You hit the first one of the wise men don't show up. I kind of gave that one a pass because I understand movie wise, you're trying to have some tension, some drama. So waiting 2 years for the baby to be older,
yeah,
kind of lessens that drama that they were trying to create. My two issues were, I like the actress who played Mary, but there are places, so it's not the actor's fault, nor do I think it was the director's fault. There were scripting choices where she was defiant, and like almost refused to get married because reasons, and I don't think that would have been true to Mary's character. Maybe it would. I don't know. But the other one was, scripture says that Joseph was told in a dream that the child Mary was having is from God, and he went up and married her.
Yeah.
And he has the dream, and so he's going to go along with it. But the rest of the movie, he doubts, like there's this internal conflict. And after the initial dream, he has another dream later where he fights himself over, does he help Mary? Does he not help Mary? And that, I think, is the thing that in my memory of the movie that we haven't watched again since last year, I'm like, you just ruined it for me. That also, Herod Antipas, Herod the Great's son, was just as awful as Herod.
According to history.
And he did not help rescue baby Jesus. Like, that would have been grounds for his dad to assassinate him.
Yeah.
And Herod had already killed 3 of his other children, so highly unlikely.
Yeah.
And that whole subplot really bugged me.
Yeah, I remember you leaned over in your theater and you're like, that never happened. That never happened.
Well, I couldn't pause the movie for the entire theater just to be like, let me break down. Oh, you put up with me so well. The amount of times we're watching anything that, even like a TV procedural police drama, if there is a scene where they go to a Christian pastor of some denomination or even a Catholic priest, and something gets said, I'm like, okay, I don't know. Like, the Catholic theology is one where I don't know it all, but for the most part, I know enough. And I'm like, I'll pause and be like, and this is how whoever wrote the script got it wrong.
I have mentioned if the pastor thing doesn't work out for you, you could be a subject matter expert for Christianity and churches that Hollywood could use to make their
They wouldn't listen to me.
make it more accurate. Well, maybe if they made the effort to be more accurate,
I wouldn't have to pause the television so much.
I was going to say that they would make better friends with some of the Christian community.
I don't think they want to be friends. Anyway, we have burnt the 23rd.
We have.
It is the end of the penultimate devotional.
It is tomorrow.
Happy Eve of Christmas Eve.
Yes, tomorrow will be Christmas Eve.
Yes.
It'll be a busy day because tomorrow is like just kind of trying to tie up all the loose ends, finish everything up, make sure everything's done before 6. Because at 6 o'clock, you go on stage and we do this service,
Well,
and then we
not
jump in the
stage.
car and drive.
Yes.
So we need to make sure everything's done before.
I have a list. I have a very long list. So today we are wrapping gifts. We are not decorating to the extent I normally do, but now that we found the last of our decorations, we are making this place a little bit more festive.
Yeah, so at least we'll at least have more than just a green and white tree.
We have some deliveries to do.
Yeah.
We have all of the Christmas presents to wrap so that when we arrive, we're not trying to do it Christmas Eve night again, because that put me at bed last year at 2 a.m. Mm-hmm. It might still happen.
The nice thing is we've got a
There's
quarter.
still something else. Oh, and we're caroling tonight, which means I wanted to do some baking before caroling. And it was on yesterday's to-do list, and we ended up having a couple extra errands added to our. So it's on today's to-do list. The cookies are made. All I have to do is melt chocolate and dip them. Mm-hmm. They are yummy. They are Oreo Christmas balls. And since there's gluten-free Oreos that are not awful, I'm going to have a beloved Christmas treat in gluten-free form.
You what?
So we're going to do that. And then tomorrow is finishing everything that didn't get done today. Baking. It's less. I thought it was going to be 6 or 8 boxes of the cupcakes, but we only have to do 3 boxes of cupcakes.
Yeah, because each box makes about 2 dozen.
And
Approximately.
icing them before 6. And then having... Oh, I have to find a cute video for tomorrow night.
A cute video.
A cute video.
Has to be cute.
Well, we did... last year, there was a kids telling the Christmas story. Mm-hmm. And we showed a different version of that December 1st. So I'm wondering, like, that's the type of cute that I want to show. So I'll find one, and if I don't find one, I'll use the same one I used last
Christmas
year.
story as told by cats in costumes.
You know, part of me thinks somebody's already created that. I will share the link to what we're going to show. Well, we'll share it on our Facebook tomorrow after the Christmas Eve service.
Yes.
Okay. Also, we haven't put up the Christmas light scavenger hunt. It's made. We showed it. It's a PDF. We need to put that somewhere.
Yes.
And by we, I mean you, because you're technological and I am not.
You say that, but I'm really not.
What do you do for a living?
I write computer code.
That's something I could do. Have a blessed Eve of Christmas Eve. May all your tasks get done, and may God be with you in all that